Hi, Xoroaster. I noticed you made a video response to Latham Ways on ignorance Obama is not socialist. It's not actually how I found this video. Obama, Bush, Fascism, and Socialism. I am a subscriber to you, recent subscriber, and been pretty impressed with what I've seen so far. I take issue with your social position, but don't feel bad. I'm noticing I'm taking a lot of issues with most atheist social positions. So first off, Obama, you're saying Obama is not a socialist. Well, he's certainly in the evolution to socialism. Even Latham Ways video, his first video and the video he responded to me, and I don't know if you've seen either of those, but he and I have a few video responses to one another. His resources, his friends, define Obama as a social democrat. Now, if you didn't see that video, let me do this. Social democrat is defined as principle of gradual shift to socialism, the political belief that a change from capitalism to socialism can be achieved gradually and democratically. Second, on his policies and whether or not he's moving towards socialism, how I justify calling him a social democrat. When you look at any of the major bills he's passed, some of his social tenets have been controlling the businesses, the GM, the banks, Fannie Mae, which are the home mortgages. And I've heard an argument put that he does not want to control, he doesn't want to take over our homes and claim them for the social structure of the society, but a case can be made that his takeover of the home mortgage industry is that. Now, I'm not making that case, but I'm saying a case could be made. Also, his takeover of the insurance companies, making them a social entity. AIG was, at least, I'm not sure if they ever paid off their debt completely or not. I kind of doubt it. But AIG is publicly owned now because taxpayers put so much money into it via Obama's bill. It's an example of a company that has been purchased for this country, supposedly to because they were too big to fail. In a capitalist society does not care if it's too big to fail. Capitalism is about letting it fail. If it fails, it fails. It's its own fault. That's the capitalist society. Now, if you want to agree with capitalism or socialism, that's your choice, and that's not an argument I'm making. I'm trying to point out that as it is, saying that an organization is too large to fail, no matter how many jobs will be lost, no matter, it is not capitalist to do that. It's socialist. You mentioned Bush and how you were afraid of him and such. I always find it interesting when people look at Bush and they hate all these social things he's doing, and you say you think Bush did it with an honest heart. Okay, so let's go on that. If Bush enacted or pushed the Patriot Bill with an honest heart, he sincerely believed there was a terrorist threat, and he sincerely believed the Patriot Act was the only way to protect Americans. You're against that. I'm against it too, but you're against that because it can restrict our freedoms. But you're for the health insurance reform. It's not health care reform, it's insurance reform. You're for insurance reform based on it helps people. Is that right? It still takes away freedom, does it not? It's still putting government in charge of other entities, other organizations. So yes, I'm saying that Bush was a little socialist. Bush started the bailouts. Let me get that out of the way. I'm not blaming Obama for the bailouts. Bush started the bailouts. There it said. Now I don't have to hear anything about that. I don't understand why it's okay for Obama to sap us of our freedoms, to sap us of this choice that we can have. When Bush does it, it's scary to you. You mentioned a number, I believe it was 59% of people were against it. I'm not sure about the number, but you mentioned the statistic of people against the health insurance bill, excuse me. And you say most of them are just against it because they're they're conservatives and they're against anything, and 13% are against it because it didn't go far enough. I'm against it. I'm absolutely not a conservative. I'm atheist. If anything, I'm libertarian, and I think I'm starting to have leanings towards anarchy. I don't like the state, so I'm an anti-statist. I don't know what political category that puts me in, but I'm absolutely not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I don't vote Republican. I just don't push anything Republican. I'm also not a Democrat or a liberal. Don't like them either. It's taking away our freedoms. Now, you think maybe, this was one argument presented to me, it was a Hobbes argument that we have to give away some of our freedom in order to live a better life. So it's sacrificing your freedom in order to elevate the quality of life. Bullshit. What country is this? Did you ever read anything about the Founding Fathers liking Hobbes? They didn't model this country on a Hobbes model, on a Hobbes philosophy. They modeled it on a Locke philosophy. They used John Locke as the model for this country. Why? Because Locke says you cannot put a single entity in charge of people. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's what's happening here. People were afraid of Bush because he was taking it over. You're cheering on Obama taking over.
Something like 52% disapprove of this bill. Well,
52% disapprove.
But it's like 39% just hate the bill completely.
I hate the bill completely.
They're the conservative types that don't want anything to change ever. And then something like 13 or so percent thought that the bill wasn't going far enough. That's how it got up to that number.
But Obama is a social democrat. And a social democrat is principle of gradual shift to socialism.
I don't see any indication that he's a socialist.
As a sum up, I really enjoy your religious videos so far. The ones I've seen, haven't seen all of them, haven't had time, but a few of the ones I've seen I've really enjoyed. You make some great points. I would hope you would perhaps explore some more avenues for political and social constructs. I don't understand why atheists are so skeptical when it comes to a God, yet lack skepticism when it comes to their government, or only offer skepticism in the form of anti-Republican. It doesn't make sense to me that all the atheists I've seen on YouTube, Amazing Atheist, Now You, and a few others have, Sean Bedlam, and a few others have been excited that Obama's finally doing something right. He's finally taken a step. Well, okay, but that just tells me that you're even farther left than he is. At least the principles he's enacted. That bothers me. Where's the skepticism? You're humanists, you love humanity, and you want people to be taken care of. Super, swell, wonderful government can't do that. It's been trying for decades with welfare. Social Security, they've drained it dry. There's nothing left. Even the post office, U.S. Post Office, they can't run it. Government is not a good source for anything other than politics. So I look forward to watching some more videos. Hope I haven't offended. Wasn't my intent. I just would like some more skepticism in the world, even when it comes to the government.